to start record, and you'll be all
Okay.
set.
Okay, great.
Okay, thanks. Enjoy.
All right.
I'll be on for a
Okay,
few
I'm
minutes
gonna
to troubleshoot, okay?
okay, I'm gonna mute everyone, but I think
Okay,
you said that
perfect.
you can manually unmute
Yep.
yourself. Okay, great. Okay, let's get started. So I had my camera all set up so you could see both my head and my feet, but then it turns out that the Zoom window is different. So you can't see both my head and my feet at the same time. I'm Trina. I am an attorney and also a fitness instructor. Today we're going to do some Vinyasa yoga. Our theme today will be Earth. So we'll be focusing on connecting with the ground, connecting with the earth, doing a lot of mat work, and just feeling our presence in the world. So we're just going to start with a traditional vinyasa to warm up, and then we'll move into some other moves. So come to the front of your mat. I like to have my feet hip distance. Some people like to connect their toes, but I prefer hip distance because I have somewhat wide set hips. And we're going to take those arms, reach up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale and fold down to the ground, reaching for your toes. Inhale, flatten your back. Exhale, and we're just going to bring those arms back up. And exhale your hands to heart center. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, back up. Exhale, hands to heart center, and we'll do that one more time. And exhale, heart center. Now we're going to move into our vinyasa series. So starting with the same way, inhale up, exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your palms on the mat and step your feet back into a plank. And we'll just hold this plank for 3 breaths here. And now you can bring your knees to the mat if you would like, or you can stay on your toes. Keeping your elbows close to your body, we're going to come down in chaturanga to the mat. And then we'll lift up into either cobra or flatten the tops of your feet on the mat into up dog, rolling your shoulders back behind you. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, we're going to push back into our down dog. And we'll hold here for 5 breaths to start to get into this posture. As you go through your breath cycle, think about trying to relax your heels down toward the mat, lifting up and back into your shoulders, pushing those glutes diagonally behind you into the air. One more breath. Now bring that right leg up into the air on an inhale. Exhale it between your palms. Turn the left foot back to be flat on the mat and rising up into warrior one. Pressing the outside of that back foot into the mat. So really opening the arch up of the foot off the mat, or imagining it, and keeping that foot engaged and strong. Inhale, and as you exhale, try to just float down a 1/2 inch. Shoulders are relaxed, gaze is forward. We'll hold for 5. Inhale, exhale those palms back to the mat. Step your foot back into that plank, going back through our chaturanga, up into our up dog. Exhale, back into down dog. Hold here for a couple of breaths to reset. And now we will lift our left leg into the air. Step it forward between your palms. Turn the right foot flat this time. Again, pressing the outside of that foot into the mat, thinking about opening up the arch of that foot on the mat. Inhale, exhale, float down. Shoulders down and relaxed. Gaze forward. 5 breaths. And exhale, palms flat to the mat. Step that foot back into a plank. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's walk those feet up toward the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms back up to the sky. Exhale, palms to heart center. And I apologize, I'm going to have to keep track of time here to make sure we're on track. Exhale those palms down for a mountain pose, rolling your shoulders back behind you. Okay, we're going to add on to that. We're going to add more warrior poses. So inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back into your plank. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Resetting in this position, strong through the shoulders, lift up and back through the shoulders. Let the heels float toward the mat. We'll hold here for 5. Now we're going to inhale that right leg up. Exhale, place it between your palms. Turn the back foot down to the mat. Coming up into warrior 1. And bring the palms to heart center. We are going to rotate into warrior 2. So for warrior 2, I want you to look at this knee. Make sure you can see your big toe inside your knee. You don't want to let your knee collapse like this. You want to have your shoulders facing parallel. Sorry, I'm facing the wrong way from the camera right now. But you could do that by pushing your back shoulder open. So don't think about doing it with your front shoulder. Think about opening your back shoulder. Gaze over those front fingers. We'll hold for 5. And now we're going to reverse that warrior. Open up your palm, reach back. Think about going up and over with that rib cage, touching the back of your leg, either on the thigh or below the knee. Try not to put pressure on the knee. Float that front knee down. Hold for 5. And we're going to come into an extended side angle. So that elbow comes inside the knee, lifting the top arm up and over, looking underneath your arm, holding here, floating that knee down if you can. And bring the palms to the mat. Step that foot back into plank. Chaturanga to the mat, either on toes or knees. Open to up dog. And come to down dog. We're going to repeat that on the other side. So lift your left leg into the air. Step it between your palms. Rise up to your warrior one. Feel your hips facing forward here. So try to rotate that back hip toward the front of your mat. And bringing your palms to heart center, you'll open up into that warrior two, opening up that back shoulder to get your shoulders parallel to the long edge of your mat, making sure you can see your big toe inside your knee. Gaze over the front fingers, holding for 5. And open up that palm, lifting the rib cage up and over. Bring your your hand behind you onto your leg in our reverse warrior, a peaceful warrior, holding here for 5. Seeing if you can get a little more bend in that front knee. And coming into that extended side angle, elbow inside the knee, top arm up and over, gaze up under your arm if you can, holding here. All right, bringing your palms to the mat, stepping back into that plank, coming down in your chaturanga, exhaling, inhale to up dog, exhale to down dog, inhale and exhale. And step or jump your feet up to your hands, flat back, fold, rise up, palms to heart center. Okay, let me see if I can now make my picture big because it's hard. No, I still don't have that option to make my picture big. So hopefully you all can see me. I really can't see myself, but hopefully you can see me. All right, we're gonna do that sequence a little faster now. So coming to the top of your mat, we're just gonna do it on an inhale and an exhale. Up, fold, flat, step back. Inhale, exhale, down. Up dog, down dog. Inhale, right leg, exhale, step. Inhale, exhale. Warrior two, inhale, exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale, exhale. Extended side angle, inhale, exhale. Palms to the mat, step back, inhale, Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale. Inhale, left leg up. Step. Rise up to warrior one. Inhale, exhale. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Palms to the mat, step back. Inhale, exhale down. Up. Back. Hold here for 3 breaths. Letting this be an active recovery, lifting up through those shoulders, rotating back, dropping your head as far as you can between your arms. Okay, even faster still, this is as fast as we'll go. We're not going to hold those warriors for a full breath. We're just going to move through them. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, left leg. Step. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, step, exhale. Up, back. 2 more times. Right leg. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Down, up, back. Left leg. Step. Up. Open. Back. Forward. Palms and step. Down. Up. Back. 1 more set. Right leg up. Step. Reverse. Side angle. Down. Back. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left leg. Step. Open. Back. Forward. Down. Chaturanga. Up. And down dog. Let's come to the mat for a moment of child's pose. You can bring your toes together and open your knees. Plant your palms, open up your fingers to feel your connection to the mat and the earth, and push back. Let your breathing and your heart rate slow. At any time, feel free to unmute and ask me a question. All right. We're going to come to our mat series now. As I said at the beginning, our theme today is Earth. So we're working on our connection to the earth and the mat, feeling the strength of our bodies against gravity. So let's start with a simple cat-cow series. Get our spines nice and warm. Plant your palms underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Inhale and really round that spine. Exhale, look up to the sky. Let that spine drop down toward the earth. Inhale and exhale. Keep doing this at your own pace, whatever's comfortable for your breathing. When you're coming into that cow position, you want to, again, rotate your shoulders back. So you don't want your shoulders up by your ears. You want them rotated back. A lot of distance here between your shoulders and your chin. And here we are compressing in our cat position. Inhale. Exhale. We'll do it 2 more times. All right, coming to a neutral spine. Reset yourself, make sure everything's in the right place. You might want to sit up and roll your wrists a little to give them a little break. We're going to come into a bird dog series. So we're going to stay with this tabletop, planting the palms under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. Let's start by lifting that right leg into the air and lifting the left arm into the air, opposite arm, opposite leg. You don't have to start with the same ones as me. Thinking about keeping those hips parallel to the mat, those shoulders parallel to the mat, hips and shoulders in line. And we'll hold here for 3 breaths. Strong core holding you from underneath. Let's switch to the other side. We're just starting with some working on this static strength here. Fingertips reaching in front of you, toes reaching behind you. You want your gaze neutral down at the mat, so don't be straining your neck. All right, now we're going to come into some dynamic movements. Return to the first side. We're going to come in, we're going to exhale, trying to bring our knee to our elbow. Inhale back, exhale. Inhale. And as we work on these, continue to think about that position of your hip. It's very easy to open the hip of the leg that's moving up to the side. We are trying to maintain a parallel position to the mat. Inhale and really exhale to get all of that air out. You should feel your cat preparation paying off here. 2 more. And switch sides. Reset yourself, make sure everything's all right. Lift up the opposite arm, opposite leg. Inhale and now exhale. Crunching that body together. Exhale. Keeping those shoulders and those hips parallel to the mat. Two more. And return to your starting position. Sit back, roll those wrists again. Let's give ourselves a little rest. Then we're gonna do each side. So we'll do one side, inhale, exhale, switch sides. Oh, shoulders back. Keep those shoulders open. All right, coming back. Plant your palms. Choose your side to start. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and down. Out, in, out, and down. Keeping that gaze neutral, out. Thinking about the position of those hips. In, out, and down. One more set each side. Out, in, out, and down. Out, in, out, and down. Nice. Push back to down dog. And just take a moment of recovery. I mean, not down dog, child's pose. Take a moment of recovery here. We're going to do some back work next. So we'll be laying on the mat, working on the strength of our lower back. Okay, when you're ready, come down, belly down on the mat. I think you can see me. Let me tilt the camera a little more just to be sure. Belly down on the mat. You can start by using your arms as a pillow for your forehead. We're just going to do some locust variations. So let's start by bringing our toes together and lifting those legs off the mat. So forehead resting on the mat, toes together, legs lifted. If you can't keep your legs together, that's fine. You can open them up. That generally will give you a little more height. 2 more breaths. And exhale. All right, now we're going to chin to the mat, arms alongside the body, palms up, roll those shoulders back. And as you roll, you're going to lift your legs and your arms up. Again, trying to touch those toes. If you can't, open legs is totally fine. Again, neutral gaze. We don't want to strain our neck here. So neutral gaze down toward the mat, holding here in this locust for 2 more breaths. And release. You can wiggle your hips to release the lower back. Let's do that as a dynamic move. So inhale up, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Again, wiggle those hips. You can turn your head to the side to get a little rest here before we go into our next variation. And for our next variation, I should have gotten a towel or a strap. If you have something handy and you don't have great flexibility like me, you might want to reach it. I may use my son's baby blanket if I need it. We are going to grasp the top of our foot in our palms. Oh, not quite there. Okay, I'm going to use the baby blanket or use a strap to grab onto those feet. And we're going to lift up into the sky. So knees off the mat, trying to keep those knees together, rolling the shoulders back, palms back behind you. Now we are lifting our head a little bit. Hold for 3. And release. Great job. Pushing back into child's pose. Coming to all fours. We're going to step back into a plank. Come down into our chaturanga. Push into our up dog. Push into our down dog. Hold here for 3 breaths. And step or jump your feet up to your hands. Flat back. Exhale, fold. Rise up. Palms to heart center. You cannot see anything of me above the waist, but I have my palms at heart center. Exhale, palms open. We're coming back down to the mat, so I'm not going to adjust the camera. Our next series will be 3-legged dog, and we're going to work on flipping our dog, which seems, if it's not something you've done before, it seems intimidating, but it's actually one of the, I think, somewhat easier, impressive yoga moves. So I encourage you to give it a try. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back. You can always jump back into there too. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. So really plant that left foot very securely. You can walk it toward the middle of your body if you would like. Bringing that right leg up into the air. And now we'll open that hip. So think about up and over with the knee. Keeping your shoulders still in their original position. You're trying to get a nice twist on that torso and a nice open on that hip, that right hip that's opening toward the sky. And if you want to try flipping, you're just going to continue this right foot that's already trying to work its way back to the earth, back down to the earth, opening up that hand and looking behind you, keeping the hips risen way up in the air, working to get the hips parallel to the ceiling, working to get shoulders parallel. I'm definitely not there. And if you're ready, you just bring that palm back, bring the leg back in the air, and bring the foot down to the mat. You can walk your feet a little bit to release. And now we'll bring that left leg into the air and open up the hip, bend the knee. Look at that foot underneath the opposite armpit. Keeping those shoulders parallel if you can to where they were. Say hello to my husband as he walks by to get lunch. And if you're ready to try to bring that foot down to the earth, just step it down, open up your arm, hips pushed way up to the sky, and relax here. We'll come back to that 3-legged dog, pushing the leg way, way, way up in the air. Step it down. You can walk your feet, bend your knees. Step or jump those feet toward the hands, flat back, fold, rise up, palms to heart center, open up the arms. Take a few breaths here in mountain pose in your Tadasana. Feel your feet in the earth. Really focus on rolling those shoulders back, head neutral, gaze ahead of you, or you can close your eyes. Just reset your consciousness here. Okay, we're going to come back through our vinyasa to get back to down dog, and we're going to go into resting half pigeon. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale up. Hold here for just a second. And now push back into down dog. Again, we're going to lift that right leg into the air. This time we're going to bring the knee forward, plant the knee between the palms. The eventual goal is to have this length of your leg from the knee to the foot, your calf, parallel to the mat. That's aspirational a little bit. So for now, mine is not at that angle. And slowly come down onto your elbows, if that works for you. If you can go farther and bring your forehead down to your palms or your forehead to the mat, reaching your palms in front of you. Just stick with whatever works for your body. Once you're in your position, you can take the toes of that back foot and try to walk them back another inch to see if that gives you more stretch in your hip. Trying to keep your hips parallel to the mat. You don't want to open one direction or the other. And we're just going to rest here for 5 breaths. Really giving that hip a chance to open up. And you may feel different muscles let go the longer you're in this position. You can really never have too much resting half pigeon. When you feel like you've reached the full expression of the pose, you can start to plant those palms. Bring your torso up, turn under the toes of your back foot, and step back into a plank. We'll push back into down dog. Now we're just going to rotate that leg in the hip socket 3 turns each direction to really feel how much we opened up that hip. Plant the right foot, reset your down dog. Again, pushing, opening your shoulders, rotating them back, dropping your head as far down as you can between your arms, and relax those heels to the mat. You should really be able to feel a difference one hip to the other right now. So let's take care of that left hip. Let's bring the left leg into the air. Bring the knee in between the palms and relax our torso over that front leg. You can come onto your elbows. You can rest your forehead on your arms as a pillow, or you can reach your arms forward and rest your forehead on the mat. I'm going to take the middle option today. Really think about resetting those hips so that they're parallel to the mat and start to really melt into this pose. With each exhale, try to relax a little bit more. I feel like I'm holding tension in my shoulders, so I'm going to take my exhale to really work on letting go of my shoulders. All right, if you feel like you've reached the full expression of the pose, plant those palms, turn under the toes of the back foot, lift that knee off the mat, and step back into your plank. Coming through chaturanga and up dog, back to your down dog. Now we're going to take that left foot 3 hip circles each direction, 3 circles in, 3 circles out. And bring those toes back to the mat. You can alternate bending your knees. Lift up into your shoulders, push back through them, and relax. Stepping or jumping up to your toes. Forward fold, take a yoga hold on those 2 toes, on those big toes. So 2 fingers and your thumb around your toes. And we'll just hold this fold here for a second. We haven't done a whole lot for our hamstrings here. So I guess we've done a lot of down dog. Let's just give our hamstrings some love as a counter to our hips. And slowly roll up to a standing position. Roll your shoulders back. Open up your arms. All right, our last move before we're a little bit behind, but we started a little late too. I do have a 1 o'clock meeting, but I think we can get ready before then. We'll do a goddess pose and then we'll go into our savasana. So for our goddess pose, we're gonna keep our feet really wide. Try to get those feet in the same line. Palms to heart center. Open up the toes so that your toes are pointing outward. And then just drop those knees. I do not have a lot of hip mobility. The goal is to get the glutes lower than the knees. I am not there. So if you can do that, more power to you. I'm going to bring my feet a little closer so that I can use my elbows to open up my knees. And I'm just going to do a little rocking side to side. This is just your last pose for you, so express it however feels good. If you don't even want to do the goddess, if you prefer to do just a straight leg stretch, that's totally fine. We're just going to be here for 3 more breaths. And slowly roll up again. We're going to come down to our savasana through our vinyasa. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Step back into a plank. Come down to the earth. Up dog. Down dog. Step the feet to the hands. This time you're not going to stand up. You're just going to bring those feet all the way through. And we'll lay down on the mat. I really like to take a moment getting set up by rolling my shoulders back. I like to tuck my shoulder blades underneath me so that they almost meet, to keep my chest open. Palms up. Let your feet open up as feels comfortable to you. And your Savasana, you can concentrate on your intention for today. The goal is to let your mind be free. Let any thoughts that come across just leave as quickly as they come. Really working on the mindfulness, the ability to maintain an empty mind. Keeping your eyes closed, you're going to roll to the side, whichever side is comfortable for you, using your arm as a pillow. And just kind of lie here, knees curled up. Another couple of breaths before we're ready to press up and rejoin the world. And now come to a seated position. Crossing your legs, bringing your palms to heart center. Just a few more breaths as you inhale. Feel the air coming all the way in through your nose, all the way down through your heart, past your heart to your lungs. Feeling your chest expand. And inhale your palms to your forehead, your third eye, the center of your intuition. Remember to trust yourself. As you exhale, you can choose to bow if you would like. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I hope that the technical piece of this will go well next time. And maybe I'll be able to make myself big so you can see what I'm doing. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you next week.
Great job, Trina.
Thank you. Let me stop the recording.
Yeah.